I was at work, I was just done, so I'm going to the subway, and like managed to catch the subway like just in time. And our subways is like placed in front of each other, and you have that in 4 and 5s. And then I was sitting like the wrong way, and there was like a woman sitting like across from me and a woman also sitting like next to me, but there was nobody sitting like in front of me. The next stop, this guy comes on. I only see it through the reflection of the window, because I see that he is gonna sit in that seat in front of me. The woman, like, she's like taking her things and trying to give space for him to squeeze past. And then he just like throws his, he had like this bag purse kind of thing. Not like a purse, like a woman purse, but like, no, it wasn't a gym bag. It's like, it was like square, and then it's like with a handle. He just throws that and it like lands on my feet, but I don't move at all. I'm just not gonna be bothered about it. You know when you're like at the cinema and like you have to get to your seat, but you are sitting in the middle, so you have to like get past everybody, so you're like, oh, sorry. Instead of like doing that, he just kind of like barges through like those two women. Those two, they just leave. So I'm like, okay, that's a bit weird. And then he's like standing, and as he's like making the move to like sit down, he leans forward and he touches me like on the shoulder and chest. And I'm looking out the window, but I'm looking at him, and he just pushes me. He was putting his pressure onto me. And then he sits down and he like takes space. I'm not looking anywhere else. I'm looking at everything he's doing at this point. He like starts looking for something, and he's like looking around, and I thought, okay, maybe he's looking for his phone or something. So he looks in his pockets and he takes his in his pockets. This guy's weird, and I don't understand his body language at all. Is he maybe like trying to find a knife or like a weapon? Is he gonna be threatening me very, very soon? Also, throughout while he was searching things, he was like pointing at me. And at one point, he just like flat out pointed like a very like stretched out arm. So he was like very up in my face. And then he finally finds what he was gonna find. And he pulls it out, and it was earplugs with the wires. And it was very entangled. And so like, again, he just puts it up like this, and he's like, the only thing that I'm thinking about in that moment is at the next stop, I will move, because I don't want to sit for 20 minutes in front of this guy. I look and I see that like we're closing in to the next station, and I just go up and I move to the carriage that is in front of the one that I was in. So I find a seat there and I sit like in between two guys. But before I even get a chance to like really, the guy is in front of me again. He looks at me and he's like pointing, and then he starts like putting his things, and he starts like sitting next to me again. The second he sits down, I go up and I go back to the place that I originally were sitting. I thought, what do I do if he follows me again? But he didn't this time. This time he moved and he was like sitting the wrong way. Like I could see him and he could see me. At that point, my body started to shake. The fact that I moved to the carriage in front and he came as well and sat next to me, I sat there and like it started to like dawn upon me, and I didn't feel safe. What do I do if he follows me further? So my stop was next, and so I go up as I usually do. I press the door and I look at him the entire way. He's not getting up and the doors are like opening. That's where it ends. I go out, the doors are still open, and then he stands up and he moves through the door very slowly, and then he steps out. Fuck. it doesn't end here. So my first thing that I do, I step back in. I see the doors close, and then I see him like look to the side, and then like he does like a little, and that's when I call my friend. She picks up, and she's like, hey, what's up? And then the next stop comes, I go out, I'm about to say, like, start explaining, and I just start like gushing out like tears, and I'm like, and he's like, what's going on? Are you okay? I was being stalked on the subway. I tried to keep it in because people were still passing me, and I'm like, if you are curious on like how he looks, you know Gomez Adams from the Wednesday family, like face, just less handsome.